This spiritual journey has been such a roller coaster, but I thank God every day for choosing me, because it is truly an honor to have been chosen. 5 years ago, I was in a very dark place, and I needed answers. I didn't know where to get them, and I didn't know who to turn to, so I went within. I remember working graveyard every night, and I would get off every morning, and I would just stare into the sun, seeking answers as I watched it rise, not knowing it was an actual thing. Not only did I naturally go vegan, but I had a complete different mindset and a new appreciation for each life. I was connected to nature somehow. The benefits of sun gazing are incredible. And that brings me to the episode on The Simpsons where Mr. Burns was actually trying to block out the sun.
Well, sir, you've certainly vanquished all your enemies, the elementary school, the local tavern, the old age home. You must be very proud.
No, not while my greatest nemesis still provides our customers with free light, heat, and energy. I call this enemy the sun. Since the beginning of time, man has yearned to destroy the sun. I will do the next best thing. Block it out.
Good God!
Imagine it, Smithers. Electrical lights and heaters running all day long.
But, sir, every plant and tree will die. Owls will deafen us with incessant hooting. The town sundial will be useless. I don't want any part of this project. It's unconscionably fiendish.
I will not suffer your insubordination. There has been a shocking decline in the quality and quantity of your toadying, Whalen, and you will fall into line. Now!
No. No, Monty, I won't. Not until you step back from the brink of insanity.
I'll do no such thing. You're fired.
But wait, because the sun gives life to everything on this planet. If humans can survive without it, who and what exactly would want to block it, let alone destroy it? As I would sun gaze, I would notice these weird clouds trying to cover the sun. These stupid clouds keep covering it. These black, weird clouds. It brought me to this video on YouTube where I found out that there was a cloud machine.
Don't worry if you can't hear what I'm saying. I couldn't even hear myself. This is the loudest sound you could possibly conceive. And, as it turns out, the cleanest. Now, the most amazing thing is that that cloud up there, which was generated by the engine, is just a mixture of hydrogen and oxygen. It's water vapor. And in about an hour's time, someone in Mississippi is going to get wet washing. It will actually rain. I told you. It's raining. That's unbelievable. Oh. NASA's playing God. It's making its own weather.
There were man-made clouds, and it's like that they would be released every morning. I would see things very clearly, and I would know how evil the world really is. So when people think about blacks versus whites, they don't even know it gets so much deeper, because there's truly only one race, and that is the human race. I came across this video where this guy invented a car that ran on water. He ended up dying.
There was a great deal of difficulty in trying to process the legal paperwork in such a way as to allow the patent office to fully understand what was actually occurring. And in one instant, we brought the water fuel cell to Washington, D.C., and of course I had tweaked it in such a way to produce an enormous amount of hydrogen, oxygen gas, and the patent examiner said, no, it will not work based on the electrolysis process. And when we turned it on and produced an enormous amount of hydrogen gas, the examiner finally realized that we were doing exactly that, and went out in the hallway and started screaming and hollering to everybody on the floor, put out all your cigarettes, hydrogen's in the building. So we started laughing and said, well, we certainly convinced everybody in the patent office that we can do what we said we can do.
Even so, the US Patent Office dragged their feet for 3 years before granting patents on the hydrogen-producing device. Since then, against massive resistance, he's managed to get patents established throughout Europe and Japan. But the hydrogen machine was only the first step towards Mars' ultimate dream. If he gets it right, this application of his technology would change the 21st century in the same way that the Wright brothers and Carl Benz transformed the 20th. He is currently modifying a beach buggy to run on nothing but water. It doesn't have a petrol tank or even a hydrogen container. It has just a tank of water. He's invented a device called a water splitter to replace the spark plug. As the water is injected into the engine, Meyer claims it's fractured into hydrogen and oxygen, then burned as fuel. Meyer is working on a kit to modify any engine. He hopes to demonstrate it on this car within 12 months.
And of course, the blessing to the use of the water as a fuel source, that on combustion, the byproduct is water mist. So we're even solving the environmental pollution problem.
He was food poisoned, and before he died, he actually mentioned that he had been food poisoned. The crime scene is in Grove City, Ohio, Franklin County. With all the ingredients of the setting in the American Provence that is dear to crime writers, it's the 21st March 1998, the first day of spring, and 4 men are having lunch in a restaurant. A waiter serves one of them some cranberry juice, perhaps, but we'll never know for sure. Chosen for dessert, this man, immediately after the first sip, suddenly gets up as he's gone crazy. He holds his hand around his neck. He loses his breath, runs out into the parking lot, collapses to the ground, and pronounces his last words. They poisoned me. That wasn't a coincidence. The world needs us to use gasoline because at the end of the day, it's all about money and resources. Stanley had previously stated that he had been threatened many times by representatives from oil companies from around the world. He also claimed he had been offered the hyperbolic sum of $1 million, some even say $1 billion, to kill all evidence of his technology, and that he had refused. So around the time that Popeye's chicken sandwich came out was also around the time that I went vegan. So while everybody was going so crazy over that, I was just seeing things with my third eye. And it was also around the time that rainforests had burned down.
Where are you taking me?
Shut up and take that stupid bag off your head.
No, it smells like cinnamon.
Behold, the Amazon. But quick, because we are burning it down.
Right now, the Amazon rainforest is being consumed by fire. In fact, there's an 80% increase in fires just over the last year alone. And this comes, of course, after the hottest July our planet has ever seen.
So I'm thinking, y'all not even eating chicken. Y'all eating all that shit that died in the rainforest. Like, this stuff is crazy. I remember on my off nights, I would constantly wake up at 3:33 a.m. the moment I knew God was calling me.
3 in the morning. Has that ever happened to you? It happens to me quite a bit. And I want to encourage you that you're not alone. God might be trying to tell you something. Turn with me to Jeremiah chapter 33, verse 3. Look at this. You ready? Look at what Jeremiah 33:3 says. Call to me, and I will answer you, and I will tell you great and mighty things which you did not know.
It was literally a wake-up call. As I went on with my journey, the universe would start sending me signs with animals. There was a time there was a hawk flying above me, an eagle, a fox staring at me, dragonflies, an owl. It was just so much. So not only was I seeing these angel numbers on the clock constantly, but animals were coming to me as well. And that actually brings me to one of my childhood favorite movies. Reincarnation is real. As this journey went on, it got more and more lonely. Friends started abandoning me, stabbing me in the back. Families became distant, also stabbing me in the back. And I just felt so alone. But then I understood that I wasn't alone as I felt, because spirits are everywhere. This whole world is spiritual, but the things we see with our two eyes are considered in the 3D. There's literally levels to this shit. And that also brings me back to another one of my favorite childhood movies.
Is that my Pocahontas?
Grandmother Willow, I need to talk to you.
Good morning, child. I was hoping you'd visit today. Oh, your mother's necklace.
That's what I wanted to talk to you about. My father wants me to marry Kocoum.
Kocoum? But he's so serious.
I know. My father thinks it's the right path for me. But lately, I've been having this dream, and I think it's...
Oh, a dream. Let's hear all about it. Quiet! Now, child, you were saying...
Well, I'm running through the woods, and then right there in front of me is an arrow. As I look at it, it starts to spin.
A spinning arrow? How unusual.
Yes, it spins faster and faster and faster until suddenly it stops.
Well, it seems to me this spinning arrow is pointing you down your path.
But Grandmother Willow, what is my path? How am I ever going to find it?
Your mother asked me the very same question.
She did? What did you tell her?
I told her to listen. All around you are spirits, child. They live in the earth, the water, star. If you listen, they will guide you.
I hear the wind.
Yes. What is it telling you?
I don't understand.
Natura, you will understand. Listen with your heart, you will understand. Let it break upon you like a wave upon the sand.
It's saying something's coming. Strange clouds?
Listen with your heart, you will understand.
It's like they put these things in these TV shows not only for our entertainment, but as a sign for us to wake up. So if you've been chosen and you feel like me, just know that you're not alone.